Hey everybody, it's Thea, your Divine Feminine Educator. And in this video today, what I want to talk to you about is how an astrology reading will benefit you. Have you ever had an astrology reading? Do you know anything about astrology? Are you just knowing your sun sign, your zodiac sign? You know, millions of people every day read the horoscope. So even the naysayers of astrology will still believe in their what's called their sun sign. So I'm going to explain a little bit about that in a moment. But I just want to thank you for being here and for talking astrology with me. You know, personally, for me, astrology has changed my life. I was trying to figure out now, how long has astrology been in my life? I know that the love cards, so I do two systems. I do the love cards, or it's called the destiny cards, and I do evolutionary astrology. Those are the two main things that I've actually studied. The love cards, or the destiny cards, have been in my life since a very young age, and I knew from very young, not like 8 years old, but you know, like probably um, teens, I'd say, or late teens, early 20s, maybe it was. Okay. It was early 20s that I knew that I was a Queen of Hearts. And so that began the journey of that awareness. Hey, thanks for being here. What I'm talking about is astrology and the destiny cards and how that really benefits you to have this wisdom and understand yourself much better. And I was talking about how I got started with this years ago with the destiny cards because my my sister's mother-in-law gave each one of us sisters a book, which was an ancient book of the love cards. And so I knew I was a Queen of Hearts. So that started it off. But then about 15 years ago in my mystery school that I went to, we had modules on studying astrology, and they talked about the inner beloved. And that got me started, like working my inner beloved. And so my inner beloved, there's 12 different archetypes of your inner beloved, depending upon your specific astrology. Mine was Cancer, which is about nurturing myself, about learning how to be in my emotional storm so that I don't project that on my partner. And that has been really a powerful journey for me. But in addition to that, just in general, astrology has been just a beautiful and powerful journey. Thanks for being here. Please comment. I'd love to know who's here. Say hi in the chat. I'm so happy to see that you're here. And we're talking about astrology today, evolutionary astrology, a little bit of the love cards. But astrology has really helped me to understand myself on a deeper level. I mean, if by the end of your lifetime that the only person that you've got to know is yourself, your life will have been worth living. And I think I said that last week, but it's so profound and so powerful. You see, we have these two eyes that are constantly open out in the world, but we need to shut them and we need to go inside and awaken our third eye. Astrology really helps you to have a deeper understanding of yourself. So let's talk about this. Most people know their zodiac sign. Most people know their what's called their sun sign. But let me tell you, your sun sign is only a small part of the whole pie, only a small part of the full picture. And what's interesting, everybody is so knowing your sun sign, which is your zodiac sign. What is the sun? The sun is masculine. Helen, thanks for being here, honey. I think you're a king of clubs, right? I think, as I remember from last week, you are the king of knowledge. Am I right? I'm not sure. I hope so. Anyway, um, your sun sign is the patriarchal part of your astrology. It's only showing your sun, the masculine part. There are many other different planets. There's the sun, the moon, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Pluto. There's all of the goddess asteroids as well. So, you know, you're just knowing your sun sign doesn't give you the whole picture of the uniqueness and amazingness of you. So we think, you know, I'm Libra. My sun sign is Libra. Now, I know my astrology. As a matter of fact, let me show you this. This is my astrological chart. So I'm showing you this. I hope it comes in clear. Because this, if you have your chart, and you can go to astro.com, create an account, and create your own chart. But I feel like just looking at it, it's like another language. And just looking at it, I feel really activates your DNA, activates your higher self, activates you and your connection to your universal wisdom and your power. So I have, my sun sign is Libra. but I have 3 planets in Libra. And maybe your sun sign could be in Libra, but you might have 5 planets in Aquarius. So think about that. Do you know where all these other planets are? Do you know where your Pluto is? Your Pluto represents your soul. Do you know where your Mercury is? Your Mercury tells you, how do you think? See, my Mercury is in Libra, so I think very much in a way of, I want peace and harmony, and I want um, equal mattering, a conscious equal partnership. That's kind of the way I think. Like, okay, is it good for me, and is it good for the other person? I have other strong components in there, though. Where is your moon? Your moon is your inner feminine. Your moon is what you came in from, your past life talents and gifts. Where is your Jupiter? My Jupiter is in Sagittarius. This is how you fulfill your soul's purpose in one way. What's your rising sign? Where's your north node and south node? Your north node is what your soul wants to do, explore in this lifetime. Your rising sign is your master's degree in this lifetime. Your moon sign is what you already got your master's degree in. Where's your Venus? Where's your Mars? This is like, your Mars is how you do things. My Mars is in Cancer, so I have to do things in a very nurturing, loving way. My Venus is in Libra, so of course that darn conscious equal partnership stuff is what I really want. Where's your descendant? Your descendant is what you're attracted to. So there's so many different markers in your astrology, and what's beautiful about it, let me see what you just said, Helen. The beautiful thing about it, oh, let's see. Yes, I know things which is very annoying sometimes. Oh, you know things which is very annoying sometimes. Yes, I think that sometimes we just need to let things be the way that they are. And that's the beauty also about astrology. One of the things is that you'll understand your own personal predicament. For example, me, I'm the Amazon woman, the independent, autonomous woman. And in this lifetime, I'm exploring the deeper aspects of relationship and intimacy and the art of connection. So it's so funny when I found this out, it was like I really understood, and I could feel that here I was. I came into the world with like this autonomous, just being myself, woman. That's who I was. And what I'm exploring in this lifetime is conscious equal partnership, having to lose myself sometimes. I have in connecting with another. And so I had to kind of blend these two of, like, I remember in one relationship here, I was this autonomous woman. And here I'm in this overwhelming relationship. And I just remember the energy of it, like understanding my astrology and having compassion. I'm exploring this crazy relationship, this overwhelming relationship of having to surrender and let go and understand another person. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened to that woman, that autonomous woman over there? And so it's been really a journey of bringing myself to wholeness, of allowing myself to have that autonomy. But this is my personal journey, have that autonomy, but also being able to surrender and be vulnerable with another. But I have only been able to do that through creating healthy ways of being in relationship with. Most of us have not learned healthy ways of being in relationship. And so that's another beauty of astrology, is really seeing where your gifts and talents are and where your challenges are. For example, I have one marker. Let's see, what is it? It's my Neptune in relationship to Venus. Yeah, my Neptune in relationship to Venus. And these are the Venus is the planet of love, and Neptune is the planet of higher love. But Neptune is the planet of delusion and illusion and addiction and that kind of thing. So I was addicted to love, right? I'm this love addict. So I had to find this way of not losing myself in relationship and finding balance. So really looking at your astrology and having someone help you with your astrology can give you a lot of benefits in, um, well, one of them is finding your inner beloved, your sacred marriage. So the alchemy of your masculine traits and your feminine traits, and being able to express them in their highest vibration, not the distorted negative vibration of the masculine or the feminine, but the higher vibration. So the higher vibration of the masculine would be assertive, would be confident. The feminine higher vibration of the feminine would be um, healthy boundaries, receptivity, emotional intelligence or emotional awareness, right? The distorted of the feminine is codependency, losing yourself in relationship. The distorted of the masculine is aggression and violence. So, understanding your astrology and having a really good person to give you an astrological consultation is something that will help you to see yourself in your highest light and help you see how can you create greater self-awareness of your weaknesses and your strengths so that you can um, give those to yourself and the world. The other thing that's very interesting is in these systems, you can actually look at two people's charts together and see. So for example, me and my honey man, there's a lot of interesting points. There's two significators that determine the direction that your soul wants to go, your rising sign and your north node. His north node is my rising sign, and his rising sign is my north node. I think I said that correctly. So there are two different ways of expressing the direction that your soul wants to go, and they're both like sitting, like they're like opposite, but both moving in the same direction. And so one of the star astrologers said that one of the reasons why we came together is not the reason is really our charts and our astrology helps us to be better people. Now, it's often that we bring in relationships that, yeah, they help us to be better people, but boy, oh boy, is it painful along the way because you have to set healthy boundaries. You have to learn how to speak your truth. Maybe childhood wounds are getting triggered. So I thought that was beautiful when I found out that my honey man is here to help me be a better me, but it hasn't been painful. Knock on wood. But I've worked hard for it. I've worked really hard to get to know myself on a deeper level and create a platform of self awareness and being able to give that self awareness and what's right and what's wrong for me a voice in these more vulnerable, intimate relationships. And first and foremost, the relationship with yourself and not being fearful of losing someone if you're really not losing yourself and you're holding on to something that's really your truth. A lot of people don't do that. They don't have the courage to do that. And now is a time that we need to learn how to do that. So astrology will help you with that when you have a good astrological consultant that's helping you wade through these waters, wade through these challenges. So a good astrological reading can really awaken in you some powerful reveals to help you be the best you that you can be. Oh, this is another thing that I wanted to say. So this is interesting. When I heard this, I found this very powerful. So imagine this: the moon, the position of the planets are at a certain place when you take your first breath. So as you come into this dimension, this world, into this body, you inhale. When you leave this world, you exhale. So your first inhale, all of the planets are in a certain position. And that creates this imprint, this photography, almost like a photograph of where the planets were at your first breath. And then they keep on moving. Okay. After you're born, they keep on moving. But that was that like boom, that imprint. And it actually literally imprints your brain and your personality. So what I like to say is that let's say that you go to the airport and you want to go to New York. You're not going to get on an airport and you're not going to go to the airport and get on a plane that goes to LA. You're going to get on the plane that goes to New York if that's your destination. Same thing in the soul world. This is what I'm imagining is that if your soul says, well, I need to experience X, Y, Z in this lifetime, you're going to go into a certain time frame where the planets are hitting at a certain specific time, and you're going to land and take that first breath that's going to imprint you with the type of personality and planetary signature that's going to give you the life experience that you need to further develop your soul. You know, the universe is perfectly designed and ordered. And so it's this beautiful um, time that you're coming in, your soul is actually coming in at this certain time for you to have these specific experiences. And it's all revealed in your chart. And it's fascinating when you start studying this and can learn and study other people's charts as well. But let's first have you learn to get to know you. And astrology is a powerful tool for that. It's actually a science. And I think it was before 5,000 years. No, it wasn't 5,000 years. It was, I don't know what, this is before the church actually took over, the Roman Catholic Church took over, that astrology was taught in the universities alongside astronomy. So it's a science. Believe it or not, it's a science. It's just been taken away from us and acknowledged as a valid science. All right. So let me ask you, who are you? What's your soul's intent? What are you here for? What are your challenges? What are your greatest gifts? Do you know and do you know how to support those greatest gifts? You can align yourself with your soul's desires. And I'm here to help show you how. So if you're interested, read the full article that I have associated with this video. If you want to reach out for a personal astrological consult, click the link for contact, reach out to me and we can schedule something. I hope you found this enjoyable and fascinating and fun and empowering, because I know for me, astrology has been really a transformative science in my own life, and it has helped me to transform on a very deep level other people's lives as well. I feel honored to be able to have this skill. All right, have a beautiful day. If you feel like it, please share this, comment, come back next week. Next week, I'm going to be talking about the new moon. And the new moon is going to be in Aquarius. There's some powerful messages that I have to share about that in relationship to another time period, a very revolutionary, evolutionary time period in our life. So next week, come back at noon, and we're going to be talking about the new moon and what's really happening, woo, in the world. Okay, have a beautiful day. Thanks so much for being here. Helen, thank you for being here. I'll see you next week. Namaste.